Now, here is where things get interesting, right? So, a lot of your workload when you're doing any of these tasks, a lot of it can be very well perfected by, generative AI tools like Bard, ChatGPT. There are, design tools like Microsoft Illustrator, Microsoft Designer. These are the kind of AI tools that will help you efficiently improve your workflow. Now, in the upcoming sessions, we'll also teach you how to use AI to effectively, and by the way, without any mistakes, because you cannot blindly follow what AI has written for you, right? Especially generative AI tools like ChatGPT. We're going to show you how to use it as a first or second level review of your work, and that can certainly improve the quality of work that you'll deliver, right? So in the upcoming sessions, we have planned some AI, AI orientation as well. So see, the goal here is to basically either get some sort of assignments, either for free, either for low work, so that you receive testimonials on your LinkedIn, on your Upwork or Fiverr. So let's just say if you have done something, and this is especially for people who are not able to get a lot of freelancing work, even if you work pro bono or without any fee, at least the least you can ask the client is that you give us a testimonial, right? If the client is a US or UK based client, then that reflects a very good value on your profile, especially your freelancing profiles. Once your initial 2 to 3 testimonials come in, after that, whenever you apply through a proposal, the chances of you getting approved is much higher, right? And this is something that the examples that I showed you of students, this is the exact same track record that they've followed. And by exact, I don't mean they've followed whatever I have asked them to do, but initially it gets harder for you to get certain clients, right? And this is something that we have noticed with most of the people who are doing freelancing with, through us. So getting your first 3 assignments is always the hardest, but once you get those, testimonials in, by doing things that you don't want to work on, let's just say for building a YouTube channel or writing articles for a lawyer or a law firm, that's not the point. The point is to think long term and get those reviews or testimonials in, and then actually do the kind of work that you would like to do, right? How many of you agree there that you have to basically get in testimonials and build a proof of work before you actually start to get decent assignments? Right? So that's basically the idea behind the first 1 or 2 months of basically us giving you this roadmap that you would follow, right? So how to develop a newsletter? So the first idea is to basically analyze the newsletters and see the themes that good newsletters explore. Tech Ticker, for example, and I'm again quoting Indian law firm because they have excellent newsletters. Tech Ticker talks about any and every technology, law, and policy related updates that have been going on in the last month, right? And they issue it every month, I think. Fintails only talks about fintech. Now you see how they are basically developing a good thought leadership in terms of technology, law, and policy. And in turn, whenever a tech company or any XYZ startup which is working in any of the tech domains, whenever they would like to reach out or read about what has been happening in the tech space, these are the kind of newsletters that you would automatically go towards, right? So a newsletter, how does a newsletter basically operate? It gives you this high level overview of what exactly is going on in your particular domain, especially talking from the legal side. So that's how you develop newsletters, and newsletters are supposed to explore consistent themes of ideas through a series of posts that they do. So newsletter is not a one-off article. There is like a division of a long story that you're trying to build through the year. Does that make sense, Lavanya? So back to our first 3 assignments, right? So your first 3 assignments are always going to be the hardest. But once you get it, then the chances of you getting approved on your proposals on all these platforms, and even if you reach out to other people through your own strategy, through cold emailing or whatnot, and obviously reaching out on LinkedIn and all, so it will become a lot easier for you to get your clients, right? So by the end of your first month, your goal should be to have 3 to 4 testimonials and your first paid gig, right? It does sound intimidating for sure, but as you can see, people who have had the capacity to build a strategy to get to this goal, those are the ones who have catapulted their growth not just within, like, not even, in years. Like, this has taken most of these people, that the examples that I showed you, especially with Trisha and I'm forgetting the other one's name that I just told you. They did it in months' time, right? So as you can see, the compounding happens really quickly once you get your initial clients, right? And we are obviously there to help you. Certainly, we have our legal assignments team, we have our freelancing team, we have our writing team, right? So we'll train you to do all this. We expect you to basically deliver and attempt on your own. But if, let's just say that we see that you're genuinely stuck somewhere, we would certainly help you to the extent that we can. And that's something that a lot of our student freelancers actually still seek out help on, right? So at the end of your first month, what is your goal? Your goal is to get 3 to 4 testimonials and hopefully your first paid gig, right? So I'll just highlight this for you guys. So if you're a law student, you can obviously start applying for internships as well. If you feel like internships won't be given, then obviously pitch these services to them. But please make sure that you have written articles yourself, because if you're not published yourself and you go and say that, hey, I can write something for you, that may not work, right? So make sure that you're researching and writing articles, at least 1 or 2 articles every month on your own, and getting them published, right? So what is this is something that we can skip. I've already told you all this. Then comes month 3 and 4. I'm not going to focus much on month 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The idea is to get you started. Okay, we're going to revisit this whenever we have an outreach program with or a session, that is the weekly session that we're planning to do, right? But in this particular period, what you're going to focus is, you're going to focus on more on data protection and privacy related work, because that is like another bucket of recurring work that you will get, right? So once you understand GDPR, once you understand how US laws operate, and people who haven't enrolled in the US Tech course, of course, that comes later for you. But we do have a huge, portion on GDPR and how international privacy related work works in general in our domestic technology law course, right? So now you'll have a fair idea about how cross-border data transfers work, how to draft privacy policies on these user agreements relying on foreign laws, right? So that framework is there, right? And I'm going to obviously show you in the upcoming sessions how to approach such kind of work, right? Just doing a live review of whatever projects are there on Upwork and Fiverr. Hopefully we'll get some good ones to review. And I'm going to show you a path as to how to approach these, right? So that you feel more confident. Will that help for people who may feel that this is overwhelming? Us doing a live review of work that you'll get on these freelancing platforms. In the 3rd and 4th month, we're going to solely focus on privacy related work and US technology law related work, right? So here, what you're going to do is you're basically going to focus on work like how to review a privacy policy as per foreign laws, if not drafted, conducting a DPIA, which is a data protection impact assessment, and performing privacy compliance related work, right? Then how to review contractual clauses with third parties with respect to data privacy, because most of the technology agreements would have either a data protection addendum, or they would have a DPA separately altogether, right? So then how to ensure cross-border and third-party data transfers, right? You need to have a sound understanding. How to act in case of a data breach. That's something that we broadly touch upon. How to structure e-commerce business. Now this is more related. This actually is something that we teach in the domestic course and in the US Tech course for people who are still wondering. How to structure an e-commerce business, and how to basically create structures of e-commerce businesses to allow foreign investment. And this is especially a problem whenever there is a foreign direct investment in e-commerce structures as per the FDI, as per the latest FDI policy. Okay. Then compliance requirements for e-commerce companies, another bucket of work that might be recurring. How to draft various third-party contracts for e-commerce businesses. Now, third-party contracts include your payment system integration agreements or your third-party API agreements, website development agreements, software development agreements, MSAs, SLAs, all of that, right? And that's something that I think some of you have been taught, but some of you are yet to be taught. But yeah, this is something that you should be broadly focusing on, right? Now, what are the track building exercises that you need to do?